All right, everybody, we're here.
Tell Mark, Mark, you're
Mark,
muted.
you're muted. Mark, you are muted. Everybody's muted. What's going on here?
Because that's how Chris set it up when they enter muted.
Okay, hold on. Hey, wait.
We have no sound. Bottom.
We can't hear them, can they hear us?
It's bottom right now.
Go ahead.
How about now, Mark?
We can't hear him.
I could hear a little bit.
I heard a little bit.
But I don't
too.
think the sound is in. I don't think the sound is in each one. It's in the that's the best we're gonna
How
get.
about turn your volume?
Well, oh no, wait a minute. Where's the remote?
Yeah.
TV.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
All right,
Hold on,
there
Mark.
we go.
Do we have a remote for the phone?
Yeah.
For the
No.
TV? There. Mark? Hey,
Yes.
there.
All right.
Everybody can hear everybody?
Yeah. So far, I can't hear Beatrice. Beatrice, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, we got
Turn it
you.
up a little louder.
All right, I got you.
And is the director present?
The director is present.
Physically.
She's.
You look pretty good.
Hey, Mark,
It-
before we
Is that-
start the meeting,
yes.
Mark,
Yeah, absolutely.
They did say we needed to have herd immunity, Mr.
I just came
Chairman.
through it.
Herd immunity. All right, Mr. Chairman, we have
Oh,
assembled.
listen up.
And what are you doing? Where are you? Before we start, where's Chairman Beatrice at?
I'm in my basement.
All right, listen up, folks. Listen up. I want your attention, please. This meeting is called to order. The director, please call the roll.
Mr. Monroe,
Here.
Miss Winbush,
Here.
Mr. Wasco,
here.
Mr. Beatrice.
Present.
Well, a fine good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman.
Welcome to the Mahoning County Board of Elections. Normally, I would do that first, so I think I'm out of order. This meeting is called to order. This is our pre-election, general election meeting for 2020. And we're going to start with the chairman's report. I've got just a couple of brief items. I want to get on to here. I want to hear what Joyce has to say as quickly as possible. But let's take care of a few items of business first of all. First of all, we have a couple of moral obligations that we are obligated to consider this evening. 4 of them, actually. The first one is an invoice from Afterburner Effects for $1,651.42. This invoice relates to signage that was prepared for Election Day. Is there a motion to approve this invoice as a moral obligation?
So moved,
I so
Mr.
moved.
Chairman.
Second.
Any discussion? Director call the roll?
Mr. Monroe,
Yes.
Miss Winbush.
Yes.
Mr. Wasco.
Yes.
Mr. Beatrice.
Yes.
Second item, we have an invoice from Uline for $1,600.52. This also relates to materials that were required for Election Day. Is there a motion to pay this invoice as a
So-
moral and legal obligation?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Winbush, Beatrice.
Director call the roll.
Mr. Monroe,
Yes.
Miss Winbush,
Yes.
Mr. Wasco.
Yes.
Mr. Beatrice.
Yes.
We also have an invoice from Nagley Baker, Transcription Services. I don't think we have a dollar, yes we do, for $455. Joyce, what was it for, by the way?
This was for when we had the suit with the gentleman running for sheriff and all the attorneys wanted a transcript from the video.
Very good. Very good. Is there a motion to pay that invoice?
So moved. I moved that wait a minute, we'll go to
Beatrice has
questions. we go to questions after you
Mr.
move.
Mr. Beatrice,
Joyce, why did we pay for their transcription?
Well, we were required to provide the transcript because it was our meeting. They wanted a transcript of the video.
Public.
They have to pay for it. The ones that ordered it paid for it, not us.
Well, our counsel is here, I'll ask Lynette about that. Lynette is here, I'll ask her, but, you know, they're billing us.
I mean,
Because we
I
called to
understand
request
they're
it.
billing us for
You
transcribing.
want me to bring
But
it?
we didn't order the transcription, they did. Or did we order it?
Well, we requested it because we were requested by the prosecutor and by the other party to provide it. I was told by Sharon that we should probably provide it.
yeah.
Lynette is here.
Lynette's here, so.
Lynette's here, so she's coming in the room.
Okay.
Lynette, this
Also,
is here.
before the meeting, I think there was an understanding between the parties that there would be a court reporter present. When that didn't happen, I think we made the decision just to go ahead and have the transcript prepared.
That's correct.
That was,
All right, well, then I'll go with it. But usually in legal proceedings, the person that orders the transcript is the person that pays for it.
So is your motion,
We don't have
Mr.
Tracy here yet.
Mr. Beatrice?
He's just-
I wanna know, just from Nanette, if we ordered it, then we pay for it. If we didn't-
Okay.
If they ordered it, they should pay for it. It's part of
Okay.
his cost, not ours. We're not
it's
the
my
ones that-
understanding, Dave, it's my understanding that we did order the transcript prepared. Partly because it had been our intention to have a court reporter present for the meeting.
Well, then I'll vote for it.
Okay, all right, will you make the motion then?
What did you just take, David?
I asked a question, it was answered, I'm ready to vote.
No, what did you just take? You took a pill.
I have shoulder problems. I took a Napron.
Our legal counsel is in the room.
With the camera.
Nanette, did we order those transcripts or did they?
I'm sorry, for what?
For the sheriff's issue when we had.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dave, it's my understanding that we in fact did order the transcripts prepared.
If we ordered it, then we pay for it. But if we
Yeah,
didn't
I
order
think we ordered it.
Yeah.
We wanted it because we wanted it also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it- Okay, then I'll vote for it.
Is that
Okay,
your
who made the
motion?
So
who made the motion?
I did.
Motion by Mr. Beatrice?
No.
Me.
Tracy did, I seconded it.
Okay.
I asked the question. now-
Where's Beatrice?
Very
Okay.
good. There's a motion by Ms. Winbush, second by Mr. Beatrice. Any further discussion? Director, call the roll.
Mr. Monroe,
Yes.
Ms. Winbush,
Yes.
Mr. Wasco.
Yes.
Mr. Beatrice.
Yes.
We have a fourth invoice to consider. This one is from Innovation Exhibits for $5,122. This relates to the freestanding partitions that were erected for the early voting area. Is that correct, Joyce?
Yes, that's correct. It's for the tall ones between dividing the people from each other, from each station.
Did that work well for you?
Worked very well.
Okay.
I move that we pay it.
Second.
There's a motion, there's a second. Any discussion? Director, call the roll.
Mr. Monroe,
Yes.
Ms. Winbush, Ms. Winbush,
Yes.
Mr. Wasco.
Yes.
Mr. Beatrice.
Yes.
With the original.
So under the chairman's report, I wanted to congratulate Joy
Who?
over $700,000.
$85,000. $85,000.
What did you do?
It was how much, Joyce?
Pardon me? I didn't hear you, Mark.
How much was the?
$784 and some cents, yes. Franklin County got 900,000, we got 785. I'm very happy
For
about
what?
that. I put in for a
Wow.
grant.
Okay, because we couldn't hear what happened.
Yeah, I put in for a grant.
Because of COVID, right, Joyce?
Well,
Yes.
COVID, poll worker training,
Congratulations.
security, there were several things that we got the grant for that we can
Good
use.
job, Joyce.
Thank you.
Outstanding. I'm sure the commissioners will be very pleased as well.
I think they are.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Wasco.
I think that Joyce deserves so much credit for that. I mean, that is unheard of. That's a big number.
Huge number.
I mean,
Yes, it
that's
is.
huge, okay? And compared to, we're what, over maybe $150,000 less than Franklin County?
Yeah, that
I mean,
was-
that's
a big deal.
That's what you call
That's a big deal.
that's what you
Public
call someone that has,
Public service, public.
public service?
No, that's just called blazing the trail.
Well, this election was going to cost a lot of money because of the COVID though. Because, you know, and this will take care of it. We have extra staff. I put curbside voters, you know. And it's just been very, very
Well,
costly.
She's a visionary.
The
She's a
moral
visionary.
of the story is don't stand between Joyce and money.
I'm gonna spend every dime.
You're likely to get run over.
She's going after, good going, Joyce.
And speaking of Joyce, at her last meeting, Joyce did make an announcement that she plans to retire at
Yes.
the end of December. And it'll be kind of a bittersweet time, having Joyce move on. She served this for
You're breaking up, Mr. Chairman.
You're frozen. That's on us.
Is that?
No,
The
that's
speakers
his,
is gone
that's
too.
his transmission.
No, the Beatrice is gone too.
Now, in conjunction
Hey,
with
Mr. Chairman,
Joyce's announcement,
No, we didn't hear anything he said.
Mr. Chairman, can you
Mr.
hear us?
Butler,
Your whole remarks, all of your remarks were froze. So
That's
could you
okay.
please
He'll
repeat?
make
All
me
right,
cry.
you guys went on free. You can still see Mark, can you still see?
I can see Dave.
I can see you.
Him.
All right.
I can't see Chris.
Chris, we can't see you.
We can hear them.
Go ahead,
That's not
Mr.
a good
Chairman.
looking face.
There.
Mr. Butler, can you hear us, Mr. Butler?
We have you again, yes, sir. So if you
We
would
just
like to
can't
repeat
see
your
you. We just
remarks.
can't see you.
I'm over on the
Okay.
side.
But we
I'm over on the
can't, but we
side.
can't hear, when you go to talk, we can't hear you. The stream freezes when you go to talk, so we need for you to recite what you said over again.
No,
Okay,
that's
one
okay,
more time.
Mark.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you
Yes.
now.
Can you hear me now? Okay. You know, we need to have a little bit of discipline for these meetings. We should have only one person talking at a time. It gets awfully confusing. As I was saying, I'll try this again. Joyce made an announcement at her last meeting that she intends to retire at the end of December. And as I said, it's going to be kind of a bittersweet time for us because Joyce has made major contributions to this board for many years. And I think this election, we're going to benefit from those years of experience, her training and dedication. And I think in a sense, this is going to be the culmination of her person on the board. Much appreciated.
Yeah, this is the one that's gonna kill me.
No, it's not.
Now, having noted that Joyce intends to retire, we have an obligation to conduct a search for a replacement. Some years ago, Jennifer Bruner issued a directive outlining the procedures whereby the steps that boards should take to advertise and solicit applicants for positions of director or deputy director.
That's no longer in effect. Houston
Well,
got rid of it in 2019.
Well, whether it's in effect or not, it's, we have an obligation to post this opening and solicit applications for the position.
Well, I appreciate the chairman's concerns, but this is a democratic appointment, and so, it's something that we get to choose, and you guys should, accept who we accept.
We don't choose the director, it's not the director, you just choose the appointment, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So we're not talking about but I'm talking about, so the director's a little bit different than the appointment, so that's something that we need to discuss going down the road, because your appointment may not be the director, it may be from inside, or your appointment may be the director, but that's something that we need to make sure that everybody
I
agrees
think
on.
that we could talk about in another meeting. I
Yeah.
don't think on an eve of an election, this is something we
I
should try to
agree,
set out
I
now.
agree.
Well, Dave, this certainly will be a Democrat appointment, but it does require 3 votes to hire a director.
Mr.
And,
Chairman, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman,
Mr. Wasco.
I think the word I heard was her intent to retire. I didn't hear, so it's her intent. That may not happen.
Yeah, I agree. It's up to Joyce. And until Joyce
Oh,
submits
God.
her resignation letter,
Well,
I
no,
don't think we should discuss it.
well, if she's leaving at the beginning of the year, don't you wanna make sure that you have a succession plan in
I
place?
don't know
What?
if she is.
Yeah, it's the intent.
I don't
No,
remember,
because,
I've been here a
listen,
long
if,
time, I don't remember.
if we're gonna
Tom
solicit,
Hagen.
if we're gonna solicit applicants
I
for this
mean, this
position,
is really
we need to have at least 30 days
But
to
the
do
di-
that
the difference
ideally.
the difference
And that's
is-
gonna take some
Difference is
time
you want
to get
to-
organized and get
No,
together.
No, the difference
Madam
is,
Tracy.
things have changed, yes?
The chairman
Yes, sir?
So, well, here's my question. Is there any objection to having Joyce and Tom prepare an announcement? Particularly for the statewide election line service, so that other persons can be made aware of the opening.
I'm not so sure that Joyce is gonna do what you said she is gonna do.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, and until I get something official from Joyce, she's the director.
Well, the director made the announcement at the last meeting, I would note.
That doesn't mean she submitted anything, Mark.
Hey, Mark,
Well, preparation is good,
Yes,
because-
Mr. Chairman, do you know how many times I said I was gonna resign from this board and didn't?
Yeah, you know how many times Joyce has hung up on me this election? And I wasn't even chairman.
I can even guess.
Until I see the letter from Joyce, and I would hope that Joyce would give us at least 30 to 45 days.
Okay.
Very good.
This is really
Well-
nothing I want to discuss tonight, I
I'm
want to
quite
get this
sure.
election over
Because she
with.
wants to quit tonight.
No. Maybe tomorrow.
There are a number of us.
I wanted to raise it as an issue. It's something we need to be aware of and to be thinking about how we're going to proceed. Because selecting the new director is it's going to take some work and effort on on all of our parts. But with that,
That's true.
Joyce, this is election eve, and
Yes, it
we are
is.
very anxious to hear how things stand as the
Well, it's been a very interesting election, I've never
As
gone
of
through
tonight,
one like
election
it,
eve.
I guess. We have voted over 54,000 absentees. We voted over 20,000, how many do we do today? I think it's over 20,000, right?
Over 21,000.
Over 21,000 walk-ins. It took us a while to download everything for the poll pads tonight because of the large turnout. We have everything ready for the polls. We have, we're very, very safe at our polls. And we've just had a few little hiccups, a few things where some people calling off, but we have everything filled right now. I actually hired extra people to do the curbside voting because the curbside became so important here at the board and we had lines and lines. So we hired people just to do curbside at the polling locations. So I think everything is going to run smoothly tomorrow, barring any, crisis. But other than that, we're prepared, we're ready. The staff has worked very hard, the staff has
Yeah,
worked
they have.
very,
Yeah,
very
they
hard
have.
this election. And we've taken a little bit of abuse in different, ways. And the absentee mailing was an issue. And if you recall, I asked the board to go local on that. But sometimes the cheapest isn't always the best. And I think when Midwest took on so many people, so many counties, they pushed us back because we're not a large county like Hamilton or Franklin or Cuyahoga, and we just got lost in the shuffle. And it's too bad for our voters because we were on top of it, before that happened.
Can you tell us what happened?
They just had too many people that they were trying to get the ballots out for, and they couldn't handle the volume. They
So we
just
haven't,
couldn't-
so our ballots are not all out yet?
Oh, no, all our ballots are out.
Okay.
And we have a few problems, I think we have 180 problems out of 75,000, so that's not bad. All our ballots are out, it's just, we just got lost in the shuffle, with the priorities. We weren't a priority, that's how I feel, we weren't a priority.
How many ballots did we mail?
We mailed 54,000. Yeah, we mailed 54,000.
And we
And I
can
think we
Joyce,
have
return.
47,000 back.
absentees
Pardon me?
And the voting at the board, how many total votes do we have in?
I think I haven't had a chance to run the total numbers, David. I think it's around 21,000 at early voting, and around 54 for the absentees.
And we had 47,000 that came
47
returned.
back,
About
yeah.
70-some thousand,
Right,
75.
70-some thousand. So that's more than half
almost
of,
50% of our.
almost
voting
50%, yeah.
population Has already voted. is what you're
Correct,
saying.
correct. Yep,
Wow.
How many registered voters do we have?
165,000.
Joyce, can you just confirm that our poll worker staffing is in good shape this evening?
Right now, knock on wood, it's all, we have every position filled. And everybody has been trained sometime, and then we've done the videos online also, so they, you know. And we're actually sending our old poll pads that we had, we're actually sending those out with all the instructions and all the videos on them to the polls for the BLM and for the, for anybody who needs to, you know, see it.
And we have some reserves that we can count on tomorrow morning
Yes,
if
we have,
necessary?
well, we've used a few of them because, you know, people, we had some call-offs today, but we do have reserves, yes, that have been trained, yes.
That sounds good.
Joyce, any idea how many ballots we may have to review? for voter intent?
It's a
Any
stack,
sense
a
of
stack of
how-
about 2 inches. But I would like to do that early tomorrow because we have to do a lot of remakes. You know,
Yes.
however the board decides. So, on the issue, so I would like to get, we can't do that at 6 o'clock at night. We have to do it maybe around noon or 1 o'clock.
Do what, Joyce?
A
The
resolution
resolution
board.
board. But it depends on where you are, David. I never know where you are.
So I can, noon would work out fine for
Okay.
me.
What, noon would work out fine for you, Mr. Chairman? Chairman
Monroe?
Beatrice?
Well,
Chairman
2 inches
Beatrice,
does not seem like a lot, does it?
2 inches is a lot because it's
Yeah.
thin paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noon, okay for you tomorrow?
Chairman
No,
Beatrice?
How's 11 o'clock? Is 11 any better?
No, we will not, we cannot do before noon because I cannot
Okay.
show up.
Noon's, I guess.
I'm trying to hear what he said. Did he say noon?
He said noon.
Between
Yeah,
noon and
sorry.
7, I got you.
Noon works.
Okay.
Wasco, can you do noon?
Noon works.
Noon for the resolution board.
Noon works.
Right.
Okay.
You'll be.
Joyce, anything else from your end, Joyce?
No, I'm pretty burned out and ready to go home.
Is there any unfinished business to consider?
Not that I know of.
Any other new business to consider?
Anything for the good of the order?
Communications.
Anything for the good of the order? If not, the board will stand in recess. We will reconvene tomorrow at noon to serve as a resolution board. The board will then serve until the close of polls on election night, and with the final release of the complete but unofficial election results, we will adjourn by agenda at that time.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Wasco.
since you're under quarantine, how are you planning on doing this?
Yeah.
With the resolution board,
Yes. Well, it'll be 3.
we're gonna try to figure that out.
We'll figure it out, because
Okay.
I think if.
Well, I don't know why we can't have him at his house, him on, and we show him the ballots.
Yeah,
I think
it's gonna take a little experimentation.
I think if I can get the county to bring you out a Zoom, they have, you know how they're doing the commissioners thing, they can actually bring you out a Zoom camera to put on your computer, which will not do what we're, you know,
We'll have a
only
latency.
preview. Yeah, and I'll ask IT tomorrow, how we can get that set up so you can
Yeah,
actually see the
Zoom's
ballot.
much better than this WebEx.
Yeah, you
Very
want,
much better.
are you coming in, David, or are you gonna Zoom tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be
Okay,
there.
okay. So I just have to worry about Mark, okay. I
We
will
all have to
call,
worry about Mark now. Even though we've rounded the corner, somehow he's quarantined. Like my son. My son is also quarantined.
Is he?
Until November 11th. Well, there you go.
Dave, we're rounding the corner together. It's
Maybe
a
we'll put
good-
him in the
it's a
basement
good
with you.
deal.
Well,
Because just like the president,
Joyce,
your
are
son
those-
and I will not have immunity.
Are those
Yeah.
ballots public record?
Well, Chairman, stay healthy, and we'll do everything we can on this end
Are they,
to make sure that you're tied in with us, so.
Are they public records, so can they be?
Thank you, Mr.
Can you
Wasco.
give, can you give? the two-
With that,
give
we will
Marcus
stand in
Scott copies?
recess. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr.
So that
Chairman.
he can actually look at them from there?
Oh, yes?
We may also have to have a resolution board at 6 o'clock, depending on how many ballots come back tomorrow, and where we
I
are with,
understand.
where we are
Yes.
with the scanning. So, be prepared for 2 resolution boards if we have to,
I
okay?
understand, absolutely, yes.
Okay, all right.
So if he can take.
Thank
a
you, Mr.
copy-
Chairman.
And maybe, Mark, I can just send out the copies that need to be reviewed at noon. I have somebody run them out to your house, and maybe that would be the easiest way to go through them.
Well, depending on the volume, I'm open to that, sure.
And
Okay,
two of
Hey,
you-
Joyce,
I could
Hey,
scan them.
Joyce.
Yes.
Thank
Joyce.
you.
yes.
But you don't take cameras.
I'm sure there's also some paperwork that I need to sign for the election, so maybe,
Yeah, maybe we'll just have a runner come out and.
Mark, you're sick.
well, I
And
can
you
just
look
the
like
packet,
you're
I can
contagious
sign
because you're
things.
sweating in the head.
That's just the hot lights.
No, Mark.
All right, you guys, carry on.
Thank
Okay.
you, Mr. Chairman.
Good night, Joyce.
Okay.
Raymond.